There's a unique kind of fear that grips you when you see your own name in a place it shouldn't be. Ever had that moment? Picture this. You're exploring a crumbling, abandoned asylum, and suddenly your name is scrawled on every wall of a forgotten room. What would you do? This isn't just a story, it's my reality. It started as a typical late-night adventure. The asylum had been abandoned for decades, left to rot on the edge of town. You know, the kind of place where even the wind doesn't dare linger too long. The gate creaked open, groaning like it hadn't moved in years. The air was thick, cold, like the building itself was breathing. Each step echoed down the empty hallways, amplifying the feeling that I wasn't alone. Quick question, why do we always do this to ourselves? Like, hey, let's risk our lives for some spooky content. Brilliant plan, right? Anyway, back to the terror. As I wandered deeper, the peeling paint and broken furniture told stories of their own until I found the door. It was slightly ajar, revealing a room that didn't seem to belong. The air inside was heavier, colder, and then I saw it. Every inch of the walls was covered with one word, my name, scrawled in jagged, desperate handwriting, some letters smeared as if written in haste. What the hell? My knees felt weak. At first I thought it was a prank, maybe some sick joke. But the handwriting was different on every wall, like multiple people had done this. I was frozen, but curiosity had got the better of me. I stepped closer, running my hand over the letters. They felt rough, almost like the walls themselves were scarred. That's when I noticed something even more disturbing: dates. Underneath my name were dates, stretching back decades, long before I was even born. All right, let's pause here. Would you A, leave immediately like a sane person? B, investigate further like a horror movie protagonist who clearly hasn't seen any horror movies? You already know which one I chose. I pulled out my phone, hands shaking, and started recording. As I panned across the room, something bizarre happened. The names started shifting. At first, I thought it was my imagination, but no. Through the lens of my phone, the letters began rearranging themselves, spelling out something else entirely. Get out. A loud bang echoed from the hallway. My heart leapt into my throat. I whipped around, but there was no one there. Just the dark, endless corridor. The banging grew louder, closer, like heavy footsteps. I wasn't alone anymore. Hello? My voice cracked as it echoed back to me. And then I heard it a whisper, faint, but clear. We've been waiting. At that moment, the lights in the asylum flickered. Yes, the dead asylum suddenly had power. Seriously, who's paying the electric bill in these places? Ghosts need ambiance too, I guess. The flickering light revealed something horrifying. In the far corner of the room stood a figure, its outline barely visible. It didn't move, didn't speak, just watched. And then the lights went out completely. I ran, sprinting down the hallway, my footsteps blending with the heavy thuds of whatever was behind me. Every turn led to more darkness, more dead ends. I could feel its presence closing in, its breath on my neck. Finally, I saw the exit. Bursting through the doors, I collapsed onto the ground outside, gasping for air. When I looked back, the asylum was silent again, like nothing had happened. But here's the thing. When I reviewed the footage later, I noticed something terrifying. The last frame showed the room, and written on the wall behind me in fresh, dripping letters were the words, "You'll be back." And the figure? It wasn't in the corner anymore. So what do you think? Should I go back for another round, or leave well enough alone? Let me know in the comments, because sometimes curiosity doesn't just kill the cat. It drags you into the darkness with it. This was another story from Midnight Whispers. Until next time, stay safe and always stay alert, because fear comes from where you least expect it.